If you are single right now, don't think of it as emptiness. It is preparation. The space in your life is not a punishment. It is the sacred room God keeps clear until the right person arrives. What you do in this season decides the quality of the love that enters your life. There is a reason you are single today, and it is not because you are unworthy of love or overlooked by life. You are in this season because life is aligning something far greater than a temporary connection. Too many people see singleness as a delay, but in truth, it is a divine strategy. It is the moment in which you build the version of yourself that your future marriage will need. And if you desire to attract the right marriage, the key is not to chase, but to prepare, to become magnetic, and to embody the energy of what you want. The first step in this journey is understanding that marriage is not simply about two people coming together. It is about two destinies converging. You are not waiting for just anyone. You are waiting for the person who fits the spiritual blueprint already placed in your soul. This is why rushing, settling, or clinging to the wrong relationship always leaves you feeling empty, because it doesn't resonate with your true design. When you learn to live in alignment with the life you are meant to have, you no longer wonder if love will arrive. You know it will, because it has already been prepared. If you are single, this is the time to look inward and ask yourself, am I living as the partner I hope to attract? If you want loyalty, are you loyal to yourself? If you want someone supportive, are you building a life worth supporting? If you desire someone confident, are you practicing the confidence that draws such energy to you? The truth is, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Every day, you are sending out signals through your thoughts, your habits, your words, and your self-image. And the person who is destined for you will be guided by those signals, whether you see it now or not. The second key is to release desperation. Desperation pushes away what you desire, because it declares to the universe, I don't believe this will happen. Faith is magnetic. When you believe that the right marriage is already yours, your energy shifts. You walk differently, you speak differently, you treat yourself with greater respect. This new energy becomes a beacon, drawing the right kind of love toward you. Remember this, what is frantic repels, but what is calm attracts. You cannot enter the right marriage while carrying the weight of fear that you will be alone forever. Instead, anchor yourself in trust that what belongs to you cannot pass you by. In this season, you must also cultivate vision. Imagine your future marriage, not in vague dreams, but in detail. What kind of conversations do you have with your spouse? What kind of home do you share? What kind of values form the foundation of your union? The clearer your vision, the more powerfully you align with it. This is not daydreaming, it is preparation. Every great builder envisions the structure before laying the first brick. In the same way, you are designing your marriage with every thought you hold and every expectation you carry. But vision alone is not enough. You must also become the living embodiment of that vision. If you see yourself in a marriage filled with joy, peace, and growth, then begin practicing those qualities now. Joy is not something you suddenly discover when another person arrives. It is something you cultivate within yourself today. Peace is not the gift of a spouse. It is the fruit of your own discipline and boundaries. Growth does not magically appear when you share a life with someone. It is something you commit to daily. By becoming the version of yourself who is already living in alignment with that marriage, you make yourself irresistibly attractive to the right person. Another crucial step is healing. Too many people attempt to build a new love on the rubble of their old pain. If you have wounds from the past, acknowledge them, process them, and let them go. Do not bring yesterday's heartbreak into tomorrow's promise. Your future spouse does not deserve the punishment for someone else's mistakes, and you do not deserve to live chained to what should have ended. Healing is not weakness. It is preparation. It clears the soil of your soul so that new love can take root and flourish. If you are single today, invest in your purpose. Marriage is not just about companionship, it is about partnership. The right person will not just love you, they will join their life with yours to walk in a greater mission. But if you do not know your purpose, you cannot recognize the person who is meant to align with it. Purpose gives clarity. Purpose gives direction. Purpose makes you unshakable. Even in seasons of waiting, the one chosen for you will not complete you. They will complement the purpose you are already walking in. And while you wait, learn to enjoy your own company. Loneliness is a lie. Solitude is a gift. Use this time to grow, to travel, to learn, to create, to strengthen your spirit. The person who will one day share your life deserves to meet you whole, not desperate for completion. Love is sweetest when two whole souls come together, not when two broken halves cling to each other in fear. Learn to love your own presence so deeply that when someone enters your life, it feels like an addition, not a rescue. Finally, trust timing. You may not understand why the relationship hasn't come yet, but you must believe that divine timing is always perfect. A delayed answer is not a denied blessing. It is simply proof that the best things take time to align. Perhaps the person you are meant for is still growing, still healing, still becoming. Perhaps you are being refined in ways you cannot yet see. But when it happens, it will not be late. It will be right on time. So if you are single, do not waste this season longing for what hasn't arrived. Use this time to prepare, to align, to become magnetic. Your energy is your calling card. Live as though the marriage you desire is already unfolding, and soon it will. Stop asking when will it happen, and start declaring, it is already written, and it is already mine. This shift in your spirit is the very thing that draws destiny closer. One day, sooner than you think, you will look back on this season and realize it was not an empty waiting room, but the sacred ground upon which your future marriage was built. The right person will arrive, and when they do, it will shock you how perfectly they fit the life you were creating all along. Until then, live boldly, love yourself fully, and trust that what God has written into your story cannot be erased. Singleness is not an empty season. It is the soil where your future love will be planted. It is the sacred ground upon which you build the version of yourself that your marriage will one day need. Too often people see being single as punishment, but it is actually preparation. This is the time when your spirit is sharpened and your heart is trained for deeper love. Every moment alone is not wasted. It is invested in the person you are becoming. You are not behind, you are being aligned. The waiting is not stagnation, it is acceleration toward destiny. Your story is unfolding exactly as it should, without delay. If you knew the beauty being prepared, you would never envy others. Your single season is your refining fire, making you pure gold. Do not despise it, embrace it, because from this soil, something eternal will rise. You don't draw into your life what you simply wish for. You draw what you reflect. If you crave love, but live in bitterness, you will attract bitterness. If you desire loyalty but remain unfaithful to yourself, the mirror of life will reflect that back. The energy you release through your choices, habits, and thoughts is the very magnet that pulls people into your orbit. Instead of asking why the right person has not yet appeared, ask what energy you are broadcasting. The universe is not deaf to your words. It is responsive to your being. A radiant heart attracts radiant love. A confident spirit draws confident companionship. A person living in truth magnetizes truth. The partner you seek is already seeking the version of you that is waiting to fully emerge. When you embody what you long for, you can no longer be denied. Love cannot be summoned by fear, nor does it respond to desperation. Desperation whispers that you don't believe in what's already yours, and so it pushes love further away. Calm faith, however, is magnetic. It declares, I already know it's coming. When you stand in quiet confidence, people feel it. The right one senses safety and strength in your energy. What repels is frantic grasping, but what attracts is grounded certainty. You cannot force divine timing, but you can align with it through peace. Relaxed assurance speaks louder than 1,000 pleas. If you walk like someone chosen, you will be seen as someone chosen. Love is not won by chasing, it is drawn by trust. The more you trust the process, the faster it flows toward you. Every great future begins in vision, and your marriage is no different. You must see it before you hold it. Clarity is power. When you see in detail the kind of life you wish to build, you send out an unmistakable signal. This is not childish daydreaming, it is the blueprint of your destiny. Builders do not guess the shape of a house while laying bricks. They design it first. The clearer your inner vision, the stronger your outer reality. Ask yourself, what kind of love do you want to wake up to daily? What kind of conversations do you want filling your home? What kind of values will guide your union? Do not let life hand you random relationships. Architect your destiny with intention. What you clearly imagine, you silently attract. No one can walk into your future if the doors are still blocked by your past. Heartbreak, betrayal, and disappointment often linger like ghosts, haunting every new connection. Healing is not optional. It is essential. Until you release yesterday's pain, tomorrow's love cannot fully breathe. Carrying unhealed wounds into a new union is like pouring poison into fresh water. Your future spouse deserves the best of you, not the brokenness of your past. And you deserve freedom from old chains that no longer belong in your story. Healing is not forgetting. It is forgiving yourself enough to move forward. It is choosing to no longer let pain define your identity. Love flourishes in clean soil. So clear the ground of thorns and let fresh roots grow. A marriage is not just two people in love. It is two destinies intertwining. If you are unsure of your purpose, you will not recognize the person meant to walk alongside it. Purpose is the compass that directs you to your life partner. Without it, you risk clinging to someone who feels good but does not fit where you are going. Your mission determines your match. When you step into your calling, you naturally cross paths with those aligned with it. Your spouse is not simply your lover. They are your teammate in destiny. Love without purpose can feel sweet, but it cannot endure the storms of life. Find your mission, and you will find the one who walks it with you. You are not a half waiting to be completed. You are a whole waiting to be complemented. Too many enter marriage, searching for someone to fill their emptiness. But emptiness only multiplies in that kind of union. The sweetest marriages are born when two whole souls choose to walk together, not when two broken halves cling in desperation. Wholeness is strength, stability, and joy independent of circumstances. When you love your own company, you never fear being alone. When you are at peace with yourself, you do not burden your partner with saving you. Wholeness attracts wholeness. You are not waiting for someone to make you complete. You are preparing to share your completeness with someone equally ready. Time is not your enemy. It is your ally. Many despair at waiting, but what is delayed is not denied. It is being perfected. Sometimes the person meant for you is still in their own preparation. Sometimes you are still becoming the version of yourself who can handle such a blessing. Timing is the invisible hand that ensures love arrives at the right moment, not a moment too soon or too late. You may not see the reasons now, but one day you will thank the wait. Trust that when it unfolds, you will know it could not have been any other way. What is written for you cannot pass you by. Destiny never misses its appointment.